Hello everyone, we are going to try this and see whether this works. Liverpool was interesting. Liverpool was lovely with Lucy Thomas, but not so much lovely was the part where everybody fell ill. I seem to have escaped momentarily. My friend messaged me the other day all week, whenever it was, to say that he had the flu, and I had to consider that I too had now been caught up. I too have indeed caught the dreaded flu. Miles better than what I was even just a couple of days ago, but it likes to drag, the flu, doesn't it? It really likes to drag very badly, even with medication and stuff. So that's what happened. I was very exhausted. Managed to make it to Liverpool. I thought I would miss my coach. Managed to make it. Very lovely concert, but I was very exhausted and had a migraine, stress-induced migraine or something, and awful migraine, absolutely awful migraine, which was persisting for days. And just as you start to get over it, then suddenly you get ill with the flu and everything else gets thrown at you. So the universe was conspiring, and somehow it is almost Christmas. It's actually the 19th today, and I for one have no Christmas plans. I have no idea what, because that's less than a week away. How is that possible? It was before Liverpool, which was early December, and then when you're sick, how quickly time flies. But well, if it goes by so slowly when you're completely bedbound, I'm ashamed to say I could not do any work or anything. But at the same time, the actual speed is the same. Not from your perspective, but the days are going by and you're moving so slowly. So before you know it, it's a few days, turns into a week, and then 2 weeks, and suddenly it's Christmas. And you're thinking, how? It was the 8th of December the other day, and now it's more than 10 days later. Pre-Liverpool life and then post-Liverpool life, when lots of people became poorly, and I was struck by an awful migraine and had to get my temperature down because it was really, really high, shockingly high. So that wasn't good. And then the nasty flu. So that's been the so basically I've been sick for most of December. So if you feel bad, if you have no Christmas plans, or you say you are unprepared, to think nothing of it. I've been bedbound for donkey's years, so there's no way you are behind me. I'm just drifting along, drinking lots of water. Excuse me. I was laughing because the other day when I was constructing a new stratagem, I was looking on Just Eat because I was too unwell to do shopping physically within a physical store. So I knew first of all, there would be no Aldi available. So it would have to be Sainsbury's, Morrisons, someone like them. And because it's delivery, there'll be a delivery cost. And sometimes they put the prices of individual items up anyway. So I went onto Just Eat, ended up ordering from Sainsbury's, good old Sainsbury's, but expensive. And I found a punnet of plums. Plums are not my favourite fruit, so I was looking for peaches or nectarines. I have a favourite, but not wishing to be choosy. I'm very unwell. I know I do not eat nearly enough fruit, so I bought this on myself. I should have been eating more healthily. I was trying to make up for it. I was trying to speed up my recovery, looking for peaches and nectarines. I'm sure I saw a photo of a peach, but maybe it was a photo of an apple, or it was just a stock image. I could not find any. I found some plums. Goodness knows how much they cost, but I suppose you get 10 to 12 or something in a punnet. I consumed them all within 2 days. Never before have plums tasted so nice. And again, they're not my favourite fruit, but they were just what I needed because my diet was so poorly affected, of course, struggling to eat. Your stomach feels like it is stale and expired when you have the flu. You can feel your body is poisoned, essentially. It's all over the place and stuff, and you need to keep hydrated and try to eat something, especially when taking medication, of course, because taking things like paracetamol and ibuprofen on an empty stomach can be dangerous. So you've got to eat as much as you can. And the first day when those plums arrived, I think I ate, was it 6 plums, which is something I would never do normally, but I ate 6 plums and I just could not stop eating them. They were not mind-blowingly tasty, but they're what you need when you're sick. They're moist. They should be pretty healthy. And then the following day I finished, I think there were only 4 plums left, something like that. I finished off the remainder. So never before had plums tasted so nice to me, but they were what I needed. I mean, you do not really want something like a banana. Banana normally, I suppose, would be my preference over a plum. Well, no, actually, I mean, they're so different. There's a, you could call for either, but bananas are going to be drier, of course, and there's a load of sugar, and that's the case for most fruit, really. But you want something, if you're going to have a load of sugar, you need it to be hydrating and stuff. And I had a little bit of tea, just a little now and again, because some people say caffeine can be a trigger for migraines. Some people say actually a little bit of caffeine can help. Oh, and yes, I ordered these ridiculously overpriced Lemsip Max tablets from Sainsbury's. I was thinking that they were cold and flu sachets, so I was delirious and I had no idea what I was ordering. So it was basically just more paracetamol, really, when I already had plenty, so that was a waste of money, more than £5 I think they were. But I was hoping they were lemon flavoured sachet drinks or something. I'm sure they used to advertise them on television. I do believe they still sell them, but I ordered the wrong product. I was not paying attention, so I threw money down the drain. But because it was a restricted item, of course, they warned me that when the Just Eat delivery driver arrives, I have to show my passport. So I'm quickly fumbling around for my passport. They arrive, and he has his phone out, and he just asked me for my date of birth. So I could have made anything up. I had my passport in my hand, waiting to show it to him, but he just asked me to speak, and I'm thinking to myself, no, because at this point I'd pretty much completely lost my voice, actually. So I was trying to croak out a date of birth when I was holding a passport in front of him, as I was advised to do. So yeah, that was most inconvenient. But the bag he handed me was so heavy because there were the aforementioned plums, and I also lost the plot a bit, thinking to get some fruit juice because again I was doing a bad job of consuming fruit via juice. So I have a carton of pineapple juice, which I still have not opened because I had this, I think it's actually from the summer berry thing Sainsbury's had left over, or some summer fruits or something, juice in a fridge, which I started. And I think I ordered a chocolate milkshake just for morale, thinking, I'll have this at the end of the illness. But then, of course, it was gone very quickly. But I think it did the job. It helped. Stay hydrated anyway. Maybe not in the most healthy of ways, but still. But yeah, and that was so funny. But what was really funny was I was invited to a party at a beef eater in. So it's looking really gloomy all of a sudden. It's so dark. Can you even see me? It's getting really strange, the lighting. I've actually just changed the light bulb as well in my room. But weird. I feel like I'm disappearing from view, or my vision is going, what's going on here? Let me do something. The sun is actually out, and I don't know. Let's just go with it. I can barely see myself, but I've seen myself too much in the mirror, looking like I'm at Staff's store. This looks really blurry. Is my vision that bad today? It looks really dark, and there's a tint. There was a tint. I had a horrible, absolutely awful migraine, but there was also a Secret Santa program going on, and so why I joined that on to that sentence was because I did not wish to mess up the Secret Santa present or the surprise if I have to give my present later. So I ploughed through. I was feeling absolutely awful, but I made it to the Beefeater Longbridge, which I'd never been to before. So yeah, and my migraine was killing me. My appetite was absolutely affected. As there was a group of us, we had pre-ordered the food ahead of schedule. So it was more than a month ago when I'd ticked whatever options. So I had no idea what I was signed up for, whether it was soup, whether there was a starter, just a main course, dessert. I remember picking main course and dessert. Not what the options were, but stuff I had picked either. But anyway, they started to bring out starters, and someone was consulting their own list. They had someone from my group. And it turned out that I had ordered a tomato soup, so of course I'm thinking, oh, that's great, good for the throat. My friend agreed, that's perfect. That's almost, that could have been good foresight, but of course I did not know that I'd be so unwell. It's just a coincidence, that's good. Tomato soup, nice and easy, that's good. Obviously that's just a starter, so I'm thinking to myself, what is lurking around the corner? But this is okay. Tomato soup. I have some photos I can share. Anyway, a little while later, people start talking about main courses, and of course, I'm thinking this is, gosh, any other day this would be brilliant, but I am going, whatever it is, I'm going to struggle to eat it. Anyway, at some point, there's this brie burger, and I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah. That looks like it could, I suppose it could be a vegetarian burger. The patty could be vegetarian. Anyway, people were consulting a list and asking the waiter, who I think had already put it in front of me. He said, no, it's a vegetarian burger. So, and I think I was the only vegetarian there anyway. So it was placed in front of me. And you can see this big slab of brie just sliding out from the burger. And the other day it would have been brilliant, but I thought, no, this is going to be this is going to be a challenge. But I managed to eat it somehow. But the fries were bog standard, a little too hollow, a little too crispy, not like Mr. Savlaki's fries in Northfield. But yeah, it was a nice burger, but just because of being ill I could not properly appreciate it, so I'd like to do it justice some other time and order it again. But it was exactly, my brain was throbbing constantly. I was struggling to just stay in the room, never mind consume this burger with big slabs of cheese and stuff. Anyway, you carry on having a laugh, talking to people, supporting one another, and then attention turns to dessert. I knew I'd ordered the dessert. I could not remember what it was. People were talking about fudge cake. Oh, that sounds just like me. And then someone whispered cheesecake. That also sounds like me. So it could have been either. So anyway, they bring out this fudge cake, and you can see in the photograph, there's the fluffiest looking fudge cake with ice cream, which I'd not normally care for, but on this occasion maybe helped me consume it. And I don't know how I managed to get through a burger, a brie burger, and fudge cake. The soup was easy, of course. That's just what you need when you're sick. But I was not feeling um, like everything else, and I was not feeling anything else. But yeah, the food itself was, good enough. Average, not the best, not the worst, good enough. But I was just so out of it. I'm not sure how I managed to um, go through 3 courses, but it's just as well because that's when that was my last proper meal for a while. Till probably I would say yesterday was my first proper meal in since then, and that was when was that? Was that the that was the 11th of December, I think. So about a week ago, because I just I became so terribly unwell with the flu and I could barely eat and stuff. So yeah, that was it. It was a good last meal, but it was a very very difficult last meal. So I could see how I was thinking when the form was given to me more than a month ago. Oh, a vegetarian brie burger, that sounds good. Tomato soup, why not? That's a nice starter. Fudge cake, of course. But then on the actual day, I'm sweating just thinking about trying to eat all of these things. And that was a mission. But the server, I'm not sure if he told us his name, I'm sure he did, but the man looking after us, he was very jolly, very friendly. Oh yeah, and they were going through the names. The person in my group had a list of who had ordered one and said, "Oh, Barry's got a fudge cake," and the guy had already put a fudge cake on my table. So he was saying, "Where's Barry?" And I said, that's me. But I do already have a fudge cake, but I can have two. I joked when I was yet to successfully consume the first one, but trying to inject some humour into these proceedings. But he was a jolly person, and despite the state I was in when we were leaving, I was making sure to say thank you, and the burger was fun enough, but the fudge cake flew into my mind and thinking about the joke I made earlier. So I said to him, "Thank you for the lovely fudge cake." And he laughed and said, "You're welcome," or something along those lines. But the moral of the story is, know when a migraine is coming on, because I'm always too late to react to migraines. It's always quick. We need some medication, but some people claim that they can reduce the severity of a migraine quite a bit if you're going through the aura phase or whatever. Your particular lead up is if you start, obviously if it's suitable, start taking medication before you can actually greatly reduce the intensity of a migraine, but I'm always too slow to react. It's just such an awful thing because there's such a great vulnerability when the brain shuts down, when the brain is hampered. It's not something you can rest. You can to a degree, but you cannot really rest your brain like you can rest a leg. So it's always percolating, and it has to keep performing activities to keep you alive. So how do you get it? How do you get in there to try and defend the brain? But anyway, so that's so funny. I saw the burger walking towards me, and I'm thinking, no, please, not for me. But then what would the alternative be? A double brie vegetarian burger, a triple? No, please. This is going to be scary. But it was a nice enough burger. The fries were a bit lackluster, like I say, but otherwise it was okay. I cannot really comment on pricing because we were given a discount of some sort, I think. So I think per person it ended up being about £16. I think just over £16 and 25 pence I have in my head, but not sure. Something like that, which I suppose for 3 courses isn't too bad. Although I know some people had 2 courses, so I'm not really sure how that works. But £5 per course, a little more than £5 per course. I mean, would you pay £5 for tomato soup? No, but I do not go to restaurants that often, so I've exhausted my water supply, so I need to get moving. I need to get moving and cooking and stuff. But why does it look so gloomy all of a sudden? I mean, still, what is going on? Why? There's something wrong with my brightness. I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand what's going on. When I was first in Liverpool, which was for Lucy Thomas's May Farmhouse concert, I did visit this Misu. They spell it as, but it's MISU on their Google page. I think Misu, I guess, a romanization of some sort. I had been there once before. I vaguely remember one or two items I bought, like this really soft sponge cake thingy-majig, for example. And I recall that there was another international supermarket. I think there are at least 3 in Liverpool city centre, from what I remember looking up. But during my first visit to Liverpool, I was only able to visit Misu. So this time I managed to visit both Misu and whatever the other one was called, Matas, I think, Matas International. So Misu is Asian-centric. Matas, I think, is it more European? We'll look at it in a moment anyway. Now, I do have some things jumbled up because I'm a jumbled up guy, what can I say? Because I was purchasing from Poundland and other things, but food-wise we can easily ascertain what was purchased from the international shops. So, bag number 1. So, straight off the bat, this is called a USB-C lead. This was purchased from a Poundland store because, can you believe what I did? I forgot to unplug my phone charger the day I was leaving for Liverpool, so I had to spend £3 or so for another one. It's quite a nice one, actually, to say, and it has a good length, but yeah, that was a costly mistake in more ways than one. Okay, so it looks like this is mostly the Misu bag, but there may be some things from another store. Anyway, I will let you know if I suspect it is something from another store. So, is it Sichuan pepper? These look like tortillas, Asian tortillas, Asian Doritos. WMXZ crisp, corn flour, gluten. So I'm hoping they'll have a bit of a kick. And yeah, the other thing is, of course, I've not been able to taste test any of this. I've not been able to make this summary video until now. Never mind taste test. So everything should be okay, barring one item which should still be okay, but was reduced because it was past its best before anyway. But it's a carton of Oreo, so they should be fine anyway. So yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into these now that my appetite is returned and I can eat a bit more. This is definitely from the Asian shop. This is needle mushroom, that's it, needle mushroom, there you go. Focuses. Needle mushroom. Nice needle mushroom, looking forward to getting into those. Then we have sweet potato. Good. Sweet potato indeed. There we go. Natural reverse dried purple sweet potato. Only purple potato ingredients. Natural and sweet. Oh, completely forgot I have a fruit in here. This may have expired slightly. Oh no, I think it's okay. I completely forgot that I purchased a pear. I did have fruit all this time. It's got a little bruise, but I think it's still edible. Oops. It's a single pear, and it's a curiously shaped pear, isn't it? Maybe I can try you today. Maybe I got to try you today as your fruit. And I completely forgot about you. You've just been silently expiring in this bag. Yeah, it should be okay. It's a pear. It should be fine. Famous last words. I think that's from the other shop. Preserved duck egg. So I know a bit about the story behind preserved duck eggs, a tradition, but I cannot say that I have ever had a preserved egg before, so they would be interesting to try. Now, as I say, I think quite a few things have been jumbled up, so I'm just going to get into everything that I know is from one of the two international shops, and then I can categorise later, or you can work it out, or I can advise. So, we have herbal soup stock, sap char. So I was hoping there was some mushrooms or something, but I don't think there is anything mushroomy. It's tree cotton flour, dry yam, tang, sampho, lotus bulb, barley, dry flat bean, and zuki beans. Wash before cooking. I suppose you could soak them, but I'm not quite sure how you would wash. Anyway, there we go. Now, I believe this is from the Matas, the other international store that I went to. Organic pumpernickel bread, and of course, I just like the name pumpernickel. That's why that is precisely why I purchased it. That sounds like a berry name. That's a name for a fictional character, Mr. Mr. Pumpernickel. I just love that name, Mr. Pumpernickel. That's not a food, surely. Whole grain, no added yeast. Who wants some pumpernickel? It feels quite soft. It almost feels like a flapjack, actually. Oh, yes. Oh no, one's come open. Whoops. Completely forgot about my, Oh wait, no, they're from another store. That's okay, Oh no, the bar got squashed. Luna bakes pineapple cake. Oh, actually, I think it's okay. Luna bakes pineapple cake. There we go. I'm getting hungry now. I may actually be able to try some of these today. Full green rice cauliflower with tomato, garlic and herbs. So, what's the word? Yeah, 86% low in carbs and rice. An alternative to rice made from cauliflower. I'm not the biggest fan of cauliflower, but I like to try new things. This was from the other international store. Let's get bag number 2. You can see where the majority of my money went. We have Blanco Nino smoky chipotle, white corn tortilla chips with sweet and smoky chipotle. These are like Doritos, kind of. Some nice packaging. Then we have Lotus root, yeah, brand SMXZ brand spicy lotus root. And there's the picture. So I'm really curious about that. I have come across lotus root, researching different recipes, cultures and stuff, but I'm not sure if I've actually eaten it before. I suppose I might have done. Then we have dried brown limes, Mona Lisa natural products. I'm not quite sure how Mona Lisa fits in with all of this, but brown limes, produce of more than one country. Then we have salt-baked crowd eggs, selenium-rich high protein. Nice packaging there as well. And wait for it, there's a bird on the back, and you can see they are in individual pouches. Then we have, these were from the Asian shop, reduced. The best before date was 18th of December. For some reason there's a circle. 18th of December was only yesterday. Curiously. Anyway, LS Big Wave potato chips, tomato flavour, £1.65. So still a bit pricey. Imagine full price, but obviously they are imported. I appreciate that. But yeah. Anyway, interesting. They do look a bit hard, but we'll have to go slowly through them. These were in the down the other end. I'm still not entirely sure I know what they are. That's part of the excitement of just being curious about everything. But I suppose it's crunchy vegetables in some kind of sauce. Does anyone know? But it's going to be fun getting into them. Maybe you add them to a ramen dish or something, but oh, they look interesting, clearly individually packaged. More tortillas, blue corn with toasted amaranth. You can see the difference in colour there. Oh, that's from the Cat Cafe. I went back to the Cat Cafe. No dogs allowed.
No dogs allowed.
As the cat from Courage the Cowardly Dog would say, no dogs allowed. Okay, here are the aforementioned Oreos. Peach flavour, right? No, raspberry and blueberry flavour. So I think these were reduced. Actually, I'm not sure if they were reduced, but anyway, another Oreo flavour. These look like gummies. They are TXW brand block sugar raspberry gummy type things. Then we have purple rice porridge with mixed Chinese sweets. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of porridge, but there was something about this that just seemed a bit curious. Then we have Sempio corn silk tea. Oh, I should point out there was one thing that has been consumed. I consumed it while in Liverpool because it needed to be refrigerated. It was a jasmine tea. I'm not normally a fan of cold tea. It still feels strange drinking cold tea, but I suppose it was floral, somewhat casually uplifting, a jasmine tea. I do have a photograph of it somewhere so I can upload that. Okay, then we have, I have no earthly clue, but again, ginkgo seed, that's what it just seemed really curious. There we go. So, do I just scoff these? Do I mix these with an egg? I suppose this will be fun to experiment. Chestnuts, fresh chestnuts. Now I'm sure you can buy them cheaper from some other stores, and my friend knows someone who likes to gather them from the local park because I bumped into him gathering chestnuts, and we were talking about them, but sadly I missed the opportunity to forage for any wild chestnuts, so I just thought it would be an opportunity to finally roast some chestnuts. And then we have water-milled rice cake slices. I'm really curious about these. I have no idea what to expect. Can you even see that? There you go. And we have next some cake. I'm getting hungry now. We have mango pomelo sago aji egg roll. That's it, an egg roll. Okay. Some cake-like entity. And I think that's everything because I'm running low on hard drive space, so maybe most opportune. I'm so confused. There should be 2 pots of noodles, but oh no, I can see. There we go. They're from Poundland. That's Poundland. There we go. Metas International Food. So the 2 we can see that. Well, I'm not sure if you can see. There we go. Now you can see. 2 packets of tortillas. £2.90 each. Stem ginger. Oh, yes, I ate that. Something else I did taste as well. That's Liverpool inside the hostel. It was a nice ginger cake. I have no evidence because it was consumed straight away. I had nothing to show you, not even the wrapper. But that was a nice enough ginger cake. £4.39, but it was nice enough. And I did not expect me to eat the whole thing in one go, but I was getting carried away. I think I was trying to build my strength up because my diet was already going. The pumpernickel bread was £2.75. The cauliflower rice £2.65. The Mona Lisa dry limes are 99 pence. Oh, actually, okay. Confession time. There was a third thing I ate off camera while in Liverpool. 70% Ecuador. El Terraco 70% Ecuador 100-gram bath chocolate $3.99. A bit pricey, but I think it was a nice chocolate. And again, it's stuff you cannot come across normally without importing yourself, so it's all good. That's Forbidden Planet. That's for another video. I can show you a couple of items I purchased from Liverpool's Forbidden Planet. This is my miso market. See the poor lady. I was in a world of my own. She was scanning. She asked me if I wanted some bags or a bag. And anyway, I'm just nervously waiting to pay, and then I'm paying, and I realised I should have been packing her shopping. I was not assuming that she would pack it for me. I was in a world of my own. So anyway, I quickly apologised and packed things away, and she kindly helped me with the packing. But yeah, I was standing there in a world of my own. But I was just wondering why I'm not packing. Anyway. So, carrier bag. I'm not sure if she charged me for the carrier bag. Oh no, I think she did 10 pence. But she saw I needed another one, so, and I'd already paid, so I believe she gave me one for free. Bless her, thank you. But it looks like 10 pence for a bag. The water milled rice cake, £1.45. Crowd eggs, £2.5. Oreo cookie, £1.75. Spicy lotus root, £1.25. AY Konjac tribute dishes, spicy flavour. No idea what that is, but that's what am I looking at? Is that the £1.25? Sweet House dried raspberry, £4.85. The sap char tea, £1.59. Egg roll, £1.69. Ginkgo seed, £2.89. Purple rice porridge, £1.15. Crackers with cinnamon pepper, £1.45. Preserved duck egg, £2.55. Big raised potato chips, £2.75. Sempio tea bag, corn silk tea, £1.65. Sweet potato, £1.55. Fresh chestnuts, £2.45. Oriental leaf jasmine tea, £1.99. Enoki mushroom, I think they mean the needle mushroom. It says enoki mushroom barbecue, huh? £1.15. Luna Bakes pineapple case, £2.35. And Korean Singo pear, £1.45. I've messed up the total because then that doesn't add up. There's an item missing. So anyway, maybe she did not charge me for the courier pack. No, but then the rice cakes can all have been 10 pence each. Sorry, I'm delirious. I'm genuinely delirious. I have no idea what. But if you would like to visit them, the point of contact, physically speaking, is 89 Renshaw Street, Liverpool, L1. Is that a 2? That's a 2, not a Z. 2SP. Very friendly staff, and certainly, honestly, your money will disappear so quickly, but it is worth it to try some different things. And the Matter store is, again, 51 Bold Street, the famous Bold Street. Liverpool. Wait, no, it's not. Oh no, actually, it wasn't Bowl Street. Yeah, I think it was 51 Bowl Street, Liverpool, L1 4EU. And Patrick served me. Thank you, Patrick, from SpongeBob SquarePants. What's the young lady's name? Oh, Lillian, that's it. Thank you, Lillian, at Missu Market. She was most patient with me as I just stood there like an idiot waiting for my bags to magically pack themselves. But yeah, so both good. £20.57 at Matters. For just 7 items, it adds up very quickly, but that's partly because the ginger cake was over £4 and the Ecuador bar of chocolate was just 1 penny under £4. But then at the Missu Market, I spent £41. Oh wait, no, £41.30, but then discount price £39.61, and presumably carrying a charge for a bag. So £39.61, but that's a lot of food, quite a fair bit of food and things you'd not come across normally. I'm really wanting to get stuck in, but I'm not sure if this lighting is good enough, and I'm not sure how much storage space I have left. But maybe tomorrow I will be able to. Because I also have some other things. I've bought this original choc nibbles, I believe from Poundland, or was it Home Bargains? It may have been Home Bargains. And this was from Home Bargains. I finally found the gingerbread flavoured Doritos. I'll have to wait a bit for these, but gingerbread Doritos limited edition. I'm just trying to process this. I mean, it sounds like a value thing if you throw custard in anyway, but I cannot claim credit for this particular creation. Sounds interesting, but yeah, I finally found them in Home Bargains. I think it was Poundland. Pretty sure it's Home Bargains. They also had a tea shop, so it was something like £11 per box, or 3 for £30, because even after picking up 2, the assistant serving me still tried to guilt trip me into buying a third. She said, is there a friend or someone you'd like to buy another box for? And that would have been good, but I was already spending quite a bit. As I say, they were about £11 each, so hoping to make my friends' small group Christmas party, I thought I would buy a box for them to share and a box to taste test. So I did manage to make it to their party, and after getting an earlier coach home, and I think 2 or 3 people tried some of the teas. I cannot remember which flavours precisely, but I tried one. So I tried one off camera. It was I believe it was the Snowball. I'm trying to imagine what the ingredients are for a Snowball tea, but you get 3 gingerbread chai, rooibos, my brain up. Award-winning mulled cider, 3 gingerbread chai, 3 mulled cider, 2 Snowball, 2 Irish cream, and 2 Starry Night. And a young lady who called me as I entered the tea shop, she asked me if I'd like to taste test. Obviously, I'm not going to say no to that. She had 2 temptations. I've been so sick, it's gone out of my memory right now. But I know the one that I opted for was the mulled cider, which is in here, so I've actually tried that one already. She said that was served with hot apple juice or something, but she's saying you can serve it with other things, maybe milk. So she kindly gave me a small cup to taste test, and I'm not a fan of apple, especially not apples themselves, but anything apple flavoured, although I did really enjoy making an apple crumble earlier in the year with apples free of charge found at parks and stuff. So cooking with them can be fun, but I'm not a fan of anything apple flavoured normally. Yet this tea was nice enough, so it will be interesting to get into that. I mean, I've tried mulled cider and Snowball, I believe, so there's still quite a few to try. Gingerbread chai sounds really interesting. packaging is slightly different, but it's the same ingredients, just the same teas inside, just red or green, pick your colour. So yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, someone on one of my videos left a comment. Is it so hard to believe? Someone was commenting how I should try Maggie branded noodles, and anyway, I looked them up, saw Sainsbury's sold them. I could not find them in Sainsbury's. I tried 2 stores. Lo and behold, traversing the Bold Street, or whichever part of Liverpool I was traversing, and actually, yeah, it may not have been on Bold Street, it was further along, I think. And I came across these at Home Bargains, I believe, Maggie branded. These were the brand he was referring to. I'm not sure if I've tried them before, but I feel like I've seen the brand before. Maybe I'm just thinking, because he put the brand in my head, so I've been looking out for them and thinking about them. They feel familiar to me, but I probably never have had them before. This is sweet chili flavour and teriyaki flavour. Now, I was trying to find confirmation that they are vegetarian. They should be, you would think, but I mean, we have mustard and sesame, soy, celery, egg and milk. There's no mention of meat or seafood or anything, but for some reason they are not talking about them being vegetarian. Caramelized sugar. I don't know. It's supposedly vegetarian, but there's no mention of that. Anyway, that's Maggie. So that's another mission accomplished. Thank you to the man who suggested on one of my videos that I try the Maggie brand. Oh yeah, and I picked this up from somewhere. I think from my Under £1 Can Be Found series. I'm pretty sure it's under £1. So I thought to myself, let's give that a go. Free milk from the hostel, as well as some free tea bags I picked up like last time. It's not being naughty, it's only the tea I would have had if I had been drinking tea out of the hostel, although I did have a couple of cups but not many, so I was just deferring, and I'm saving them electricity and water in the process. Home Bargains, that's just a card payment, that's not a breakdown. Oh, and I finally found the calendar. Yeah, this was funny. Not so funny. It's the fact that this Liverpool High Street Pound Down is closing down. Sadly, probably is closed by now. But they had advent calendars. They said they were reduced to £50 anyway. You know what it is like with Poundland. You never get a reduced price. I went to the self-service. That's all they really had open. And it came up £2, and you're thinking, I could hum and haw, but I'm aching. I want to get back to the hostel, so I ended up paying £2 for the calendar, which by their own admission was supposed to have been reduced to £50. But that's Poundland for you. There was a reduction. Instead of paying £3 for the USB-C cable, it was reduced to £2.70. So I'll say £30 there, but still, if I bought my lead in the first place, I would not have had to purchase one, so I would have saved £2.70. And I think was it at Home Bargains? I found some walnuts for our squirrel friends, so they would be nice to feed. I need to see if they're ready for them. Over at the park. Oh, and Matters. The Matters International store, they were giving a free calendar away to everyone. Presumably there was no minimum spend. Very Indian-inspired calendar by the look of it. Unfortunately, I cannot read that script, but if anyone can translate for me. 2026 list of holidays. Matters International Foods, family run and independence for the community. Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6:30. They are open Sundays, 10:30 to 5 p.m. You can sit there. There you go. So a woman was, I think, in front of me, and he said you get a free calendar. Anyway, when it was my turn, he he never said anything. I guess he knew I'd overheard. But he just suddenly shoved this in the bag. So yeah, a free calendar. Thank you very much. There we go. It's one of the free tea bags courtesy of the hostel. And there's my from Lucy Thomas's concert. My name. They spelt my name correctly this time. My surname. And yeah, where's my? I'm sorry, it's gone walkabouts again. It really has gone walkabouts somewhere. My purchase. I don't know where it's gone. It's gone walkabout somewhere. But I purchased a volume of Dragon Ball Super. It's the most recent English translation. What is it, 30 something? Mine's so fucky. But anyway, I managed to get that while that's the Liverpool Forbidden Planet, and I also saw this Dragon Ball Daima figure. It seemed to be 6 to collect. There's the Dragon Ball GT inspired Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I like the red hue, that works really well with the hair colour. Our new versions of Majin Buu. Yeah, for Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 they could not resist with a stroppy face as well. So I'm not sure how much this cost, but I did have the receipt right by me, so I should be able to ascertain. It was, they're called soft bits without 2 T's, soft bits. £5.49 and Dragon Ball Super Volume 22, I'm sure it was. Anyway, 22, $8.99. They've really gone up, the manga in price, inflation. Because if you look at the RRP actually printed onto the manga, it no longer says $7.99, not so long ago, even $5.99. It seems to be going up quickly in price. So if you can make use of the 3 for 2 offer that Forbidden Planet almost permanently have, that's definitely good to do. And Waterstones actually have manga as well. They sometimes have offers on. Okay, so I think that's everything from as my cat cafe. I did manage to go back to cat cafe briefly. Again, it was really a real shame because I was really feeling so unwell, so I was not probably able to sit with the cats and photograph them, but that was just zoning out. But they were lovely. Had a bit of attention from a few different cats. That was nice. This is some boots I bought. Houndland. These I purchased from the Grosvenor, I think, after coming home. Yeah, Northfield, Birmingham. These were from but they're pounds. It cannot be for under a pound. Can be found series. It could be for a found for a pound series. I was thinking of doing as well. But I think this is just general to see what drinks are available for children, so I can highlight more child-friendly products as well, not just adult products or adult-centric products. Apple and black currant flavour, £1. £1 indeed. I'll say my Dragon Ball Super manga volume has, I don't know where it's gone. I put it somewhere safe, but it's not. It is so safe that even I do not know where it is. I really want to get into this pumpernickel. Who calls a food pumpernickel other than myself? Who would call such a food pumpernickel? This is like something out of the BFG. Would you like some pumpernickel with your snos combo? That is brilliant, pumpernickel. That's a funny name. Whole grain biomeal. I think it may be a little dry, but in moderation it might be something interesting to consume. With some custard over. I think custard, or we could use it as a dip it into custard maybe. That's an idea. And yeah, and have some roast potatoes alongside it, I suppose. That could be good. Anyway, that's for another day. I'm surrounded by food, but I'm afraid all of you are going to have to wait maybe what day is it tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday, so maybe tomorrow I can do some taste testing potentially if I do not fall ill with another mysterious illness and get some strength up. So yeah, so I'm surrounded by receipts as well. So many receipts everywhere. Receipt for this, receipt for that. Let's open up our friend. And oh, of course, you do not know who we are going to get. I'm going to guess Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Oh, it's not coming up. There we go. Oh, it's silly. You sellotape the side, you sausage. Why did you sellotape the side as well? And the box is going to get really destroyed. Actually, I think it may be. Maybe not Super Saiyan 3. No, it's Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. But it is a Vegeta suffocated in this bag. Let's liberate you. I really like the banana coloured hair. They've gone for a brighter yellow here, less intense yellow. That's nice. I really like the banana coloured hair. Very interesting. I'm not sure how well you can. There we go. It focuses a bit more. He has a stern look, even in his childlike form. Yes, if you have not yet seen Dragon Ball Daima, I do recommend it. There are not many episodes, so it will not take you long to catch up. There are 6 to collect in total. Nice. So they are slightly squishy. You can make a bit of an impression. But yeah, they're kind of like very child-friendly, slightly, not really squishy, just slightly springy figures. You can push Vegeta's back, which must be causing him pain. So you can stay there, Vegeta, and you can observe my foibles for today. Okay, I think, so clearly a lot of money has been spent across a few different shops, but really it's a really good opportunity to explore different cultures with figures and noodles and all manner of products. Asian Lays, aka Walkers. I think this pineapple cake will be really interesting. I'd like to get into this tomorrow. This pineapple cake. Hopefully it's still in date. 22nd of December is the best before. So yeah, I have a few days to go. This could be interesting. And the pear as well. The Singo pear. Let's give that a go. Okay, well, thank you for watching this. Stay. Thank you for watching this catch-up video.